Okay, so I did Facebook agitation part 1. I'm uploading part 2, and I got cut off somewhere in the middle of my rant here. So I'm going to call this one Facebook agitation somewhere in between. There is no in between 1 and 2, so it's just kind of being funny. But I was talking about, I think my former boss's obsession with my hair. And, I think a lot of African Americans go through this. And I mentioned it one time in my video. And I also did a hair video recently about it. And, it's intrusive. People have the right to make themselves presentable for work. My hair is very choppy. And so, in order for me to even do a ponytail, I have to put like a gazillion clips into it without a headband. So that's one of the reasons why I made the headband. So, I don't go around asking, blonde women, are they naturally blonde? I don't go around asking tan white people, are they naturally tan? I don't go around looking at people's eyeballs and asking, are they wearing contact lenses? It's no one's business, okay? And to constantly point that out, it's a form to me of either sexual harassment, or also it could be a form of racial harassment. I walk in to an employer's office and I present myself in a very professional manner. I usually wear slacks, a nice suit jacket, not so much nice, but a decent one, and a nice shell or shirt underneath it. And I dress very professional. And so constantly asking me questions about it or whatever, they're not supposed to make those kind of comments at all, okay? And so I think when you're dealing with a lot of people who are of a different race than you, they continue to be overly fascinated with it, and really they shouldn't be. I see a lot of black women here in town who wear, some people wear partial wigs, some people wear full wigs or whatever, but it's a very common practice among African Americans, basically due to our hair having to be put under so much stress relating to heat, and so anyway, if people really want to know about it, then they should take the time to Google the information, because I think I've explained it enough, to people, and really it doesn't need to be explained. It really shouldn't. Nobody should be asking, really. I think people lose sight of what harassment is, and they think it's no one's business, really. It's not. And that's not to be offensive. It's just like, it is what it is, I mean, women wear, they get their nails done. Some people get whatever. Believe me, I will tell you, though, that, wearing the hair is something that I struggled with for very many years because, I never felt comfortable with it. That was one thing I kept thinking, that's a little strange, I mean, it was weird. But, it's just something that I ended up having to do. And so it is what it is, and I just get on with my business. It's my business, basically. I think maybe my former boss thought maybe I was trying to maybe look for a guy or something, but no, that's not the case, okay? It's just the fact that, my hair is very choppy, especially in the back. You'll notice that my hair is not even the same length in the back, really. But I don't even bother cutting it other than trimming off the dead ends every once in a while. I don't even go get my hair professionally cut anymore. I just leave it the length that it is and work with it in that way. It's easier for me to work with it the length that it is now than it is having it short, okay? There's a complete difference between white people and black people's hair. Like some white people, if their hair is like really messed up, they'll say something like, well, it's just easier to deal with it shorter. I have dealt with my hair short, and I've gotten my hair cut short, and it looked really good in the salon, and then when I had to go home and take care of it myself, it was very hard for me to maintain the frizz, at that length, and it was a nightmare, okay? So unless, of course, you're black, really, it's not something that you need to be overly inquiring about, it is just what it is, like it's like, for people to be overly intrusive about it, it's rude. It is extremely rude. It works for me, and that's just the way it is, you know what I mean? And I really shouldn't have to deal with that sort of harassment. Anyway, so this is in between 1 and 2. Hopefully this will post. I'm doing this on my cell phone. The other one was uploaded with my camera, and I got some things cut out of it. So this is in between 1 and 2. So I guess if you watch 1, then you'll watch this one, and then you'll watch 2, which is kind of funny, but whatever. Anyway, I'll just probably call this one 2 and then make the other one 3. That way it makes more sense. But I was trying to be funny, I guess. But anyway, that's my humor for you. So today I'm getting ready. It's almost lunchtime. And so I think I'm going to have one more plate of turkey before I toss that crap out. And I'm very, very burnt out on turkey. And actually next year I'm considering having roast or something completely different. I like turkey, but I think I've had a little too much of it. So I'm going to wrap this video up, and I'll be back with another one later. Have a great day.